Hello everyone and welcome inside the South Gym at El Segundo High School. I'm Miguel DeLeo and tonight we have a great Ocean League matchup between the El Segundo Eagles and the Culver City Centaurs. It's the first Ocean League home game for the Eagles and they have a 2-game winning streak coming into this one. Culver City lost their last game. Should be a great contest. It's the Eagles and the Centaurs next on El Segundo TV. Hello everyone, welcome again inside the South Gym here at El Segundo High School. And a great matchup between the El Segundo Eagles and the Culver City Centaurs, an Ocean League matchup. The Centaurs come into this one 9-9, 1-1 in Ocean League play. The Eagles are 13-7, 1-1 also in Ocean League play. Should be a good, evenly matched game here. Both schools don't have that gigantic height advantage. El Segundo has a couple guys at 6'3". Culver City under 6'4". And here we go, we're underway here at El Segundo. The Centaurs, with the first possession. Joku passes that across. Here's a shot by Blackman. Rebounded by Matthew Romero, the former football star here in El Segundo. First year playing basketball. Also a baseball player as well. Here's Romero again with the ball. Now back up top to Aubert. Now Ben Peterson, guarded by Mike Bunton. Pass it across to Lynch. He takes the long shot, nails it, and the Eagles strike first, 3-0. A young Centaurs team. See how they match up against El Segundo. That one off the rim, rebounded by Miles. And here come the Eagles. Culver City won twice last year against El Segundo, but this is a totally different team. Brand new head coach. Centaurs coached by Roy Walker Jr. First season as the man in charge of the Centaurs. Taking over for Coach Reggie Morris. Nice shot off the rim, rolls around, and it's rebounded by Dylan Aubert. Eagles ball again. The Centaurs last year won an Ocean League championship, went to the quarterfinals of Division 3A CIF Southern Section playoffs under Coach Morris, as Miles puts it up, and it's a 5-point lead. The returning Centaurs didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year. A trap there in the corner. And finally, Coach Walker gets the timeout that he was calling for the last few seconds, with 6 minutes and 2 seconds here in the first quarter. 5-0, El Segundo leads. The Eagles, of course, coached by David Marsh, his third season, hired in 2016. A former Eagle, went to school here, played here, coached here as an assistant before taking over as the man in charge a couple of years ago. Coach Marsh led El Segundo to his first playoff appearance last year as the head coach. They lost in the first round to Mark Keppel, 44-39. So they're looking to build off of that playoff appearance this season. 13-7, 1-1 in Ocean League play. It's a different Ocean League this year. This game right here will say a lot about the Eagles' season. Both of these schools actually. Long three by the Centaurs. It's good, thanks to Amaya Joku, the senior point guard, 5'11", 175 pounds. And it's now 5-3. Eagles with the lead. Peterson Gets stripped away. Here's an easy layup for Ryan Blackman. They don't call that one. It's going to be El Segundo ball. Under 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Still 5-3. Lynch with the ball for the El Segundo Eagles. Albert drives to his left. Gets it out to Peterson. Guarded by Njoku. Gets it off to Miles Jones. Inside. Here's Lynch. Around the rim and counted. 7-3 now. The Eagles lead. Aggressive, tight defense by the Eagles early on. Wide open for three, Ryan Blackman. It's a 1-point game, 7-6, with 4:47 here in the first quarter. Full court press by the Centaurs. Lynch, though, wide open on the other end, hits the rim, and it goes right into the hands of Kenzie Bashara. Here come the Centaurs the other way. Njoku, Blackman, back to Blackman. He drives inside, stops and shoots off the backboard. Eagles showing poise early on. They lead by 1. Miles Jones was injured before this game. Wasn't sure if he was going to play tonight. Not only is he playing, he's starting. That changes the dynamic of the game. Jones was a big part of that team last year that went to the playoffs. They finished 15-12, but only 3-7 in Ocean League play did the Eagles last year. So that's one big improvement that Coach March wants to make, have a better record here in the Ocean League. Quincy Lawson, 14, checks in for the Centaurs. Shot clock down to 5. It's put up, no good. Here come the Centaurs. From the corner, nothing but net. Njoku. And now the Centaurs have the first lead of the game, 9-7, with 3:35 remaining here in this first quarter. Trap defense by the Centaurs. Miles Jones gets it off. There's a long shot by Dylan Albert. It's good. And the foul. Currently it's 10-9. That foul is on Quincy Lawson. Matthew Romero checks out for the Eagles. Elijah Mark checks in. And Dylan Albert at the line. 6'3", 175 senior. Makes it a 3-point play. It's now 11-9. Let's go on the other way. Tyler Wiley gets called. Albert also checks out for the Eagles. In comes Colin Diani. Michael Lynch to Peterson, across to Jones. Guarded by Njoku. Jones drives inside with the layup, and it's 13-9 with exactly 3 minutes in the first quarter. Good ball movement by the Centaurs. And a good basket by Tyler Wiley. It is now once again a 1-point game, 13-12. Ten-second violation called on El Segundo. Tyrese Cross checks in for the Centaurs. Njoku checks out. 2 minutes and 35 seconds now in the first quarter. 13-12. Eagles hold on to a 1-point lead. Here's a long three by the Centaurs, hit the rim and went out of bounds. Coltrane Mueller checks in for Shamar Carter. Again, both teams getting a lot of different looks, different guys here towards the last few minutes of the first quarter. Here's a steal by the Centaurs. Lawson to Wiley. There's the whistle. Tyler Wiley at the line for the Centaurs. Yeah, it's supposed to be 23. First free throw's good from Wiley. And we're tied up first time of the ball game. I was going to say match because we just did a soccer match before this one. So Wiley looking to take the lead for his team for the first time. Nope, rebounded by Elijah Mark. 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the first quarter. Lynch slow to get up, and he's going to check out. Seems to be okay. Dylan Aubert will check back in for El Segundo. Here's Jones sprinting through. Hits it to the wing to Mark. He comes back up top, looking for somebody. Gets Harrison Hebert. There's Miles Jones driving inside. Count it. 15-13. El Segundo back on top. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. Will remain Culver City ball. Lawson will inbound it. Black man guarded by Jones. Across the wide open Tyler Wiley. That pass to no one. And out of bounds with 1:28. It's been a fast-paced first quarter. Nice block by Mueller. There's a long basket. Nothing by net for Quincy Lawson, And the Centaurs are back up top by one, 16-15. It has been a battle here so far in this first quarter. And we said it was going to be a good, evenly matched game, and it has been so far. Fast-paced, aggressive. That's what league basketball is all about. And both of these teams with a 1-1 record in the Ocean League looking to get that leg up. Minute 5. Njoku brings it up for the Centaurs. Across to Njoku. Open for three. Off the rim and rebounded by Peterson. Quincy Lawson checks out. Kenzie Bashara checks in for the Centaurs. Under a minute. Here's Michael Lynch. To Peterson, back to Lynch. He drives. He is pressured. 2 Centaurs on him. But there's a free man for the Eagles. Shoots no good. That was Colin Deani. And rebounded by Culver City. A long pass to Coach David March. Of course, out of bounds. It'll be Eagles basketball. .28 seconds in the first quarter. Pressure defense continues for Culver City. Not letting these guys breathe. Wide open 3. Rebounded by Wiley. And there's the whistle. Foul on D'Angelo Romano of the Eagles. Coltra Mueller checks out. Ryan Blackman checks in for Culver City. 10 seconds in the first quarter. 16-15. The Centaurs with a 1-point lead. Now 3 seconds. Shot. No good. Rebounded, put up. Count it. At the buzzer, Shamar Carter makes it 18-15. And that's your score after 1 quarter of basketball. Saw in an interview with Coach Roy Walker, he said to the Culver City News that since his team lacks the size, they have to press, they have to play up tempo. They have the next man up mentality and so forth. You can see the press defense, they're not letting El Segundo breathe here. They're in their face, and even though they were down in the first quarter and it was an up and down quarter, they did a good job by their defense. I think allowed them to get back into this game and have a 3-point lead after 1 quarter of basketball. For El Segundo, this is only their second home game of the season. Their only other home game was on December the 7th against the Weisburn Da Vinci Wolves. And they won that game 41-38, much closer than they did last year. That was our first broadcast of the season last year. So here they are back at home. A nice crowd here tonight on a Wednesday night against an Ocean League rival. And they look to improve to 2-1 in league play. Culver City had a 4-game winning streak this season at one point, but then has lost the last 2 out of the 3, including their last game at Crossroads. It was a heartbreaker, 64-62. A new chapter in the basketball history at Culver City this year. After Coach Morris left, now he's at Pepperdine, the coaching staff over there, but they had so much success last year. Now they're starting all over again. Here we go, start of the second quarter, a 3-point lead by the Centaurs. They trailed for most of the first quarter. An air ball 3, rebounded by Tyler Wiley. Joku kicks it out. Up top to Blackman. Drive inside is Amias Joku. There's Miles Jones with the rebound. Kicks it out to his right. Wide open Eagle for 3. That's Harrison Herbert. And we're tied up 18-18. Culver City answers back with a three of their own, thanks to Tyler Wiley. 21-18, Culver City back up on top. And we've only played a minute here in the second quarter. Miles Jones, such a good player, seen him since he was a sophomore. Here's a long three from Michael Lynch and tied up once again at 21 apiece. One thing that the Eagles have this season is a lot of these guys now have played with Coach March for the last 3 years, so they have that experience. Another three. Tyler Wiley putting up threes. 24-21 now, Culver City. Over and back call. Three-point lead by the Centaurs as they inbounds to Njoku. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Another three-point attempt and another made. Tyler Wiley draining threes out here. And it's quiet down the student section here at the South Gym in El Segundo. Miles Jones inside, kicks it out, but it's intercepted. Intercepted back the other way by the Eagles. And Coach David March calls a timeout to calm things down. It's 27-21, Culver City over El Segundo with 6 minutes and 6 seconds here in the second quarter. Yeah, I was saying earlier, a lot of these guys on the Eagles this season have a benefit because they've played with Coach March for the last 3 years. When Coach March took over this team in 2016, he had a lot of sophomores, only a few seniors. I think he's averaged 2 or 3 seniors a team. So a lot of these guys have grown with Coach March and now have bought into the system, made strides, made the playoffs last year, and looking better so far this year in this young season. Still early, they still have to play this game against Culver City, another game against Culver City later down the road. They have Lawndale a couple times. And then Santa Monica, of course. It's a tough Ocean League. Here's Herbert. 6 minutes now in the second quarter. Loses the ball. There's a scramble for the ball. It's going to go the other way. Peterson will inbound for the Eagles. Looking for a white jersey. Finally finds Elijah Mark. Across to Miles Jones. At the wing is Colin Diani. Here's Lynch, kicks it out. Ben Peterson for three, no. Right into the hands of Njoku. Blackman's been quiet, he takes it himself. Misses, but rebounded by Shamar Carter. The senior guard makes it 29-21 with 5 minutes and 33 seconds in the second quarter. Matthew Romero checks in. Elijah Mark will take a seat. Now foul is called on Mike Bunton, number 22 for Culver City. Eagles moving the ball well. Romero, who started but sat most of the first quarter, is back in. Lynch. Long three goes around the rim and misses. Five minutes and 3 seconds. Dylan Albert checks back in, 6'3" senior. Gives some size to the Eagles. Good ball movement by El Segundo. Lynch stops, shoots off the backboard, too much on it, and it's rebounded by Culver City. That was last touched by the Centaurs. They'll go El Segundo ball. .441 remaining here in the second quarter. In the 2 Ocean League games El Segundo has had, both on the road, they beat Hawthorne to start off the season, but lost to Beverly Hills. And now in a tough battle with the Centaurs. Foul called on Tyler Wiley. 4:34 here in the second quarter. El Segundo will inbound. Violation on Mike Button, apparently. Can't reach in front of Michael Lynch. So they'll do it again, 4:28 before halftime. And that whistle in favor of Culver City. The Centaurs hanging on to that 8-point lead, 29-21, as we near halftime. Mike Bunton comes out. Ryan Blackman, senior guard, checks in. Long three off the rim and no into the hands of Ben Peterson. Scoring's been put to a halt here in the last few minutes. 8-point lead, the biggest by the Centaurs, biggest by anybody so far. Wide open, Michael Lynch for three, can't connect. And here comes Culver City. Culver City impressively took the lead late in the first quarter, trailed for most of the first, and now they've led for most of the second. There's that pressure defense again. Nice spin move by Peterson. Here's Lynch, gets it across, Matthew Romero to the corner. Dylan Aubert nails it, nothing but net, 29-24. And the Eagles looking to climb back with 3 minutes and 12 seconds before halftime. Culver City slowing things down. Why not? They have the lead. Good basket by Shamar Carter. 31-24 Culver City. Seven-point lead. Can the Eagles climb back? Miles Jones, who wasn't supposed to play today, gutted it out, came in the game, drives inside, and draws a whistle. Jones goes to the line. Jones wincing in pain a little bit. Looks like he's trying to talk to Coach March and stretching out his knee. Hope he's okay. Sam Chuck comes in for Tyler Wiley, who had that hot hand with a couple of straight threes. 31-24. As everything is settled down on Jones at the line to shoot his free throws. First free throw missed. Centaurs ball, up 31-24. Blackman drives inside, count it, and it's now 33-24 Centaurs over the Eagles. And that's the defense that Coach Roy Walker Jr. was talking about, pressure defense. In your face, and the work there causing a turnover. Wide open, bounce pass to Ryan Blackman. 2 more to the Centaurs lead. It's 35-24, the biggest lead of the game so far. 2 minutes in the second quarter. Full court press by the Centaurs. Lynch to Jones, still in the game. Peterson across, back to Miles Jones. Jones drives, kicks it out. There's Lynch. 3 on the shot clock. Peterson shoots off the glass. Here come the Centaurs. Minute 25. 35-24. Centaurs have opened it up here in this second quarter. Good ball movement by Culver City. Trying to eat as much clock as possible. 13 seconds on the clock shot. And here come the Eagles the other way. Peterson gets a screen from Aubert. Drives inside, kicks it out to Aubert. Shoots the long 3. No good, and it's rebounded by Shamar Carter. Long pass by the Centaurs, and it's blocked by Aubert as Ryan Blackman went up for the layup. .7 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. Score still 35-24, Culver City over El Segundo. Ryan Blackman at the line, the senior guard. .37-24 Culver City after that free throw. There's Miles Jones, 18 seconds. Peterson shoots, no good, rebounded by Shamar Carter. Three seconds. Joko drives inside at the buzzer, gets it 39-24, and that's going to be the score at the half. Culver City with the biggest lead of the game as they go into the locker room. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, right here on El Segundo TV.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Hello everyone and welcome back inside the South Gym at El Segundo High School. The start of the third quarter Culver City leads 39-24 as we start the third. If you're just joining us, at the end of the first quarter, it was 18-15 Culver City, and then going to the half, 39-24. Culver City had to come back. They trailed most of the first quarter and got a big lead there in the second, and they played very aggressive on defense, fast tempo, just like Coach Roy Walker Jr. was looking for out of this team. Let's see if they can maintain this lead. The Eagles, on the other hand, started hot in the first quarter, and they've been cooling off from the end of the first till halftime. Let's see what Coach March said to them in the locker room. Miles Jones with a deep three. 39-27. Culver City still on top. Long three, no good, rebounded by Ben Peterson. Tyler Wiley was hitting threes for the Centaurs there in the second quarter. Peterson passes it across to Aubert. Here's Lynch. Mon Jones up top. On the other side, Ben Peterson back up top to Jones. Drives. Centaurs all around him. Breaks through, kicks it out. For three, number 3, Ben Peterson. And now it's a 9-point game, 39-30. The same starting lineup for Culver City as they had to start the game. Good rebound by Michael Lynch. Same starting offense for Coach March as well on the other end. Miles Jones draws a foul, and he'll go to the line. .558 here in the third quarter, a 9-point game now, 39-30. First free throw missed by Jones. Seems to be okay. It looked like he was hurting there late in the second quarter. He was shaking out his knee, but hasn't come out since. Second free throw is good, and now it's back to an 8-point game, 39-31. The Eagles trail. Carter looking for someone to pass, and he does. Now Ryan Blackman. Defense backs up. Zone defense by the Eagles. Long three by Njoku, and it's rebounded by Miles Jones. Jones looking to drive, kicks it out. Aubert for three. 39-34, and there's a timeout by Coach Walker Jr. with 5 minutes and 19 seconds here in the third quarter. The Centaurs' deficit has been cut to 5. It's 39-34. How have the Eagles done it? Missed shots by the Centaurs, and good rebounding by El Segundo has put them back into this game. What a good contest, back and forth. Both teams 1-1 in Ocean League play, looking for their second victory of the season. And of course, El Segundo has Lawndale in just a couple of days, so no rest for the Eagles. Last year, the Eagles lost to Culver City twice. But like I mentioned, a totally different team, different coaching staff. But El Segundo was kept to no more than 38 points in both of those games. This would be a big Ocean League win for El Segundo if they can knock off Culver City, and especially gain some momentum going into that game against the Redbirds. Culver City ball. Blackman looking to drive. And the Eagles get called for the foul. That was Ben Peterson. It remains Centaurs ball. 5:05 here in the third quarter. One-handed shot put up by Blackman. Missed. Eagles rebound. Down by 5. Here's Aubert. Hits the back of the rim. Ryan Blackman finishes it off, makes the defense fall down, and gets a basket as well to go with it. 42-34. Wide open Aubert for 3, nails it, and the Eagles not going away. 42-37 with 4 minutes and 11 seconds here in the third quarter. El Segundo sticking around. A rebound, tiptoed around the rim, and came down to Ben Peterson. 5-point game. Miles Jones drives inside, kicks it out last minute to Michael Lynch. Wide open is Ben Peterson for 3. Off the back of the rim, though, does not go. And here come the Centaurs. A wide open Kenzie Bashara draws the foul. Foul on Aubert. And Bashara will go to the line, the senior guard, 6 foot 165. His team's up 42-37 as he looks to extend the lead with 3:31 here in the third quarter. First free throw is good, 43-37. Two for 2 for Kenzie Bashara. Culver City subs out Mike Bunton for Tyler Wiley. And the three-point play is complete. It's now 45-37. Bashara will take a seat. Quincy Lawson checks in. .329. Here comes El Segundo. Pass is intercepted by Blackman. He drives with a layup. Count it. 10-point game, 47-37 Culver City. Full court press by the Centaurs. They've played it all night long. Got a turnover the last turn. Wide open Miles Jones comes off short. Here's Lawson. Up top, Blackman for a long 3 off the back of the rim. It does not go. Still a 10-point game. Kick ball. Culver City has led since early in the second quarter. Timeout taken at 2 minutes and 48 seconds here in the third quarter by Coach David March as they trail 47-37 to Culver City. The Eagles started the season 0-2, then had a 4-game winning streak. That was the biggest so far this season. And then their 2-game winning streak now is on the line here against Culver City. A little over 10 minutes remaining to keep that winning streak intact, and they're down by 10. We'll see if anyone will step up for the Eagles. Miles Jones playing hurt, but he's giving it his all over there. Hasn't taken a play off. Michael Lynch, consistent shooter for the Eagles. It's been a good one. We thank you for joining us here on El Segundo TV. I'm Aguirre Deliu. With 2:47 now in the third quarter, a 10-point game. Jones, one-handed pass across to Auburn, does not go. Refs let him play. Here's Blackman. Oh, a hard pass. Hits Auburn right in the face. He's wearing a mouth guard. That's a good thing. .218 in the third quarter, 10-point game, 47-37. The Eagles got it within 5 at one point here in the third. Michael Lynch. To Albert. Back down to Albert. Spins. Puts it up. Counted and one. .47-39. And Dylan Albert will go to the line. Free throw is good. Three-point play is good. And it's back to a 7-point deficit from the Eagles. 47-40 with a minute 55 here in the third quarter. Blackman inbounds from Njoku. Under 2 minutes. Culver City goes inside. Njoku can't connect. Romero looking for the rebound, can't get it. His teammate does, Ben Peterson, and there's the whistle. Foul called on Shamar Carter. Tyrese Cross checks in for Amias Njoku. Minute 38 here in the third, 47-40 as they get the logo cleaned up. Looks like it's clean now. We're ready to go. El Segundo, yep. Over and back on the Eagles. And it's going the other way. 1:36 in the third. Long three from Blackman. Gets it. 50-40, back to a 10-point lead for Culver City. Minute 20. A three with some contact. Dylan Albert. So Albert at the line once again for the Eagles. Down 10. First free throw is good. 2 for 2 for Auburn. Back to an 8-point deficit. Njoku comes back in for Quincy Lawson, who had the foul on Auburn. Three for 3 for Auburn at the line, and it's back to a 7-point game, 50-43, with 1:14 here in the third. Culver City, though, has led throughout the quarter. The closest the Eagles got was 5. Long three once again from Blackman, and he is hitting those threes just like his teammate Tyler Wiley was earlier in the second quarter. 53-43. Miles Jones trapped for the moment. Here come the Eagles down low. Auburn. A wild shot does not go, but they do draw the foul. Shamar Carter gets called for the foul. Auburn will go to the line again. Was 3 for 3 in his last trip at the line. 45.1 seconds here in the third quarter. Once again, a 10-point game. Last time Auburn was at the line, it was a 10-point game. He cut it down to 7 with his free throws. Two shots coming up for Dylan Albert. The senior drains the first one. Gets both. 53-45. Back to an 8-point game. Eagles looking to keep it to single digits. That one goes into the band, out of bounds. Stops the clock at 31.8 seconds. I think if the Eagles can keep it to single digits going into the fourth and final quarter, that's a positive for El Segundo. Coltrane Mueller checks in for Culver City. For Shamar Carter. Peterson bounds it to Jones. Jones with 24 seconds to work with. No shot clock. The Eagles looking to get the last shot. Down 8. Miles Jones. Culver City gets called for the foul once again. Coltrane Mueller. Stops the clock at 9.7 seconds. Peterson, 4 seconds, layup, easy, count it. And that's gonna do it. Official signals the end of the third quarter. Your score 53-47, Culver City over El Segundo. So for El Segundo, they trailed for all of the third quarter. They brought it within 5. Now down 6. And I think that's a positive coming to the final quarter with single-digit deficit. For Culver City, they've been hot on offense, especially from the three-point line. Tyler Wiley and Ryan Blackman have killed the Eagles here from the three-point line. If that continues, it's going to be hard for El Segundo to climb back into this one, as their 2-game winning streak is on the line. The Centaurs looking to snap. They've only lost 1 game. Well, they lost 2 out of the last 3, but they lost their last game and looking to get back in the winning column. And to take down a Ocean League rival in El Segundo not only helps their overall standing, but their Ocean League standing. Here we go, start of the 4th and final quarter. Ben Peterson looking to inbound for the Eagles. Finds Matthew Romero. Miles Jones inside like a wide receiver. Couldn't finish it off though. Smart play by Wiley. Throwing the ball off an Eagle player. And the Centaurs keep possession here. Romero comes out for El Segundo. Mueller with a long 3 around the rim. Hard rebound by Culver City, looking for a second chance opportunity for Miles Jones, and the Eagles end up with the basketball. Peterson to Dylan Aubert, back up top to Peterson in the wing. Now up top to Miles Jones. Aubert the other side. Sloppy layup does not go in. Short shot by Wiley. Jones, nice one-handed pass to Michael Lynch, just does not want to go in. 6:50, still 53-47. No one scored here in this 4th and final quarter. And a timeout. It was 6:51. Early timeout here at the start of the 4th. It's still anybody's ball game. No one has scored yet here in the 4th, but 6-point ball game. A manageable deficit for El Segundo. Easier said than done. But let's see how these last 6 minutes and 51 seconds play out. Blackman brings it up court. Back to Blackman. He'll drive inside himself. Drives contact. Ryan Blackman at the line. Elijah Mark got called for the foul. Team up 6. Misses the first free throw. Shamar Carter checks in for Coltrane Mueller. And the noise doesn't affect Ryan Blackman. Nails the second free throw. 54-47. Centaurs lead. Dylan Albert wide open, didn't take the shot. Here's Peterson up top. Slowing it down. Miles Jones now for three. Around the rim, does not go. Eagles can't find their shot here with a little over 6 minutes to play in regulation. Corner three, no good, airballed. Here come the Eagles. Michael Lynch, spin move, no, does not go. A spin move on the rim. Good ball movement by Culver City, looking to eat up some clock here. Long three by Njoku, rebounded by the lengthy Dylan Albert. Listed as 6'3". On our stat sheet. Used all 6'3" to get that rebound. Miles Jones, guarded by Shamar Carter, drives inside. Count it. First basket of the fourth quarter for El Segundo right there. Comes at the 4-minute and 50-second mark. Three, no good by Culver City. Five-point game. It's the closest that El Segundo has been tonight. Spin move by Jones. And another two for number one. A three-point game. It's 54-51 with 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And this crowd is getting hyped. They're getting loud. It's getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere right here. The Centaurs and the Eagles in an Ocean League battle. Fighting for the ball, jump ball call. .402 on the clock. And that right there pretty much sums up how this game has been going. It's been hard, it's been aggressive, it's been fun. We'll take a quick pause here to get the floor ready. .402, three-point game. The Centaurs led by as many as 10 at one point. I believe it was even 11, actually. Back and forth, the Eagles have not given up. Couple nice baskets here late in the fourth from Miles Jones has put him back in the game. Looks like we're all ready to go. And as we're about to start again, David Marsh takes a full timeout with .402 here in the ball game. So after some back and forth fast-paced action, the game has come to a halt. We have 4 minutes and 2 seconds of exciting basketball action as this one comes near an end. What a game it's been. Just as advertised, terrific matchup here in the Ocean League between these two schools. Back from the timeout, Culver City with the ball and a 3-point lead. Last touch by the Eagles remains Centaurs ball. 8 away, a few seconds from the clock. It's 3:58 now. Njoku inbounds it to Wiley. A big time three for Tyler Wiley, who cannot miss from the 3-point line. 57-51, back to a 6-point game. Mark across to Lynch. Lynch for three, count it. 57-54. What a game. El Segundo basketball, last touched by the Centaurs. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. A 3-point game. The Eagles have not led since the first quarter, looking to tie it up. Now we're going to take a minute here to take a look at the fallen Eagle. I believe that's Ben Peterson with 3:05 here in the ball game. 57-54. Peterson gets attended to, and that stopped the momentum here for a minute between these two schools. And but Peterson comes out. Harrison Herbert checks in for him. Here's Herbert, guarded by Wiley. Goes to his left, gets it to Lynch. Under 3 minutes. Lynch kicks it out to Mark. Mark for a long three off the back of the rim. Miles Jones grabs the board. 2:42. Eagles down by 3. Here's Jones in front of me. Holding on to the ball, guarded by Njoku. .14 seconds on the shot clock. Miles Jones kicks it out to Lynch. Lynch stops, shoots off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Herbert, and the Eagles contain possession. And a fresh shot clock, down by 3, 2 minutes and 9 seconds in the ball game. Good hustle by El Segundo. Under 2 minutes, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Miles Jones with the ball, guarded by Wiley. Bounce pass to Lynch. Lynch to Herbert. He comes back up top, looking to drive inside. Passes it off. Herbert with a long three off the back of the rim. Look at that rebound by Michael Lynch. Does not hang on. It's grabbed by Quincy Lawson, and the Centaurs now have possession and a 3-point lead. A minute 27. 3 by the Centaurs. No. El Segundo ball. Here comes Miles Jones and company. A minute 18. Down 3 Albert for three. No good. Centaurs get the ball back. The crowd is hype. We're hype here. This game has been terrific, and it's going to come down to the last few seconds. 1 minute remaining. A three-point game. 18 seconds on the shot clock for Culver City. Blackman gets the screen, kicks it out to Carter, off the rim. Who's going to get the rebound? It's Culver City, and Albert fouls him instantly. .44 seconds in the game. Three-point game, 57-54. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we thank you for joining us here on El Segundo TV. This one's going to come down to the last few seconds and perhaps the last shot. What an atmosphere here on a Wednesday night. What do you expect when you get the Ocean League playing against each other? We had a great soccer game a few hours back between these same two schools. El Segundo defeated the Culver City soccer team 4-3, and that was a back and forth match. And this one has been terrific as well. Four fouls for El Segundo, 6 for the Centaurs. The two-game winning streak on the line and a loss in the Ocean League. That's what's at stake here. 44.4 seconds, 3 points separate these two teams. Who's going to go to 2-1? Who's going to go to 1-2? Centaurs inbound. Let's see what kind of strategy El Segundo implements here with 35 seconds. Long pass to Blackman. Now the pressure defense from El Segundo. Tipped away, Miles Jones almost had it. They're fighting for the ball. And Kenzie Bishara hangs on. Good hustle by both teams. Look like they called a foul on Bishara for Culver City with 25.4 seconds, a crucial foul as Miles Jones is sent to the line. His team down by 3 with 25.4 seconds. Jones misses a free throw. And now you have to foul. That's what Herbert does. With 21 seconds, you're down 3. Timeout taken here late in the fourth quarter. Big opportunity right there, though, for the El Segundo Eagles. Perhaps a missed opportunity. Miles Jones maybe rushed that free throw a little bit, but he got sent to the line. With a few seconds left, his team down by 3. And now we do it all over again. 21 seconds exactly, 57-54. The Eagles have not led since early on in the first quarter. They've trailed for most of this game. And the Centaurs have led for most of the game. They're looking to finish off what they've started here. Culver City looking to inbound. Herbert got called. They'll try again. Ryan Blackman gets fouled right away. 8 a second from the clock, 20.2 seconds now. Looked like Blackman might have got a finger to the eye. Taking his time coming up to the line. The senior guard. His team up by 3, looking to add to that lead. First free throw's good from Blackman. 4-point game, 58-54, Centaurs. Two for 2 for Blackman. That trip at the line. 5-point game, 59-54 with 17 seconds. Here's Jones. Slicing through the defense and gets the basket. Coach Marsh jumps up to call that timeout. 59-56 with 9.9 seconds left to play. Back to a 3-point lead for Culver City. And Jones has really stepped up. I said, who's going to step up for this Eagles team? Before the start of the fourth quarter, they were down 53-47. And Miles Jones has really stepped up for the El Segundo Eagles. The senior guard has been the heart and soul of this team the last 4 years since he was a freshman here at El Segundo. Put on a great performance here tonight. Does he have one more big 3 in him? Let's see if the Eagles look for a steal or if they're going to foul right away. And they do foul. Herberts fouls Shamar Carter. Clock is at 8.9. Carter taking his time. Misses the free throw. And it's gonna be Eagles ball. 7.8 seconds. Down 3. Quick substitution by Culver City. Kenzie Bishara comes out. Tyler Wiley comes in. And let's see, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2. Miles Jones open for 3. Oh, off the backboard. Does not get it. And that's going to do it. Culver City hangs on to win this one, 59-56. But what an effort. What an opportunity. Miles Jones wide open for 3. And this one does not disappoint. Culver City Centaurs advanced to 10-9 on the season, 2-1 in Ocean League play. El Segundo Eagles dropped to 13-8 and 1-2 in the Ocean League. A terrific game. We're going to be back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a few minutes.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Here with Coach March. Coach, obviously an unfortunate loss there. Tough battle though for you guys. What kind of trouble did Culver City give you there, especially early on and then late in the ball game?
You know, they did a great job in the first quarter and the first half making shots. You know, it's a game of makes and misses. And to their credit, they came out. They scored 39 in the first half. That's more than we've given up to a lot of teams this year in the whole game. So got to give them a lot of credit.
Miles Jones looks like he was hurting, but he stepped up big there in the fourth quarter. What does that show about his character and what kind of player he is?
Miles done an amazing job all year. He's fighting through an ankle sprain right now. He's cramping during the game. He's a senior leader. He's a captain, a 4-year guy. So I have the utmost confidence he can get the job done.
What are you guys looking forward to the rest of the way here in the Ocean League against Lawndale, some of these other teams?
It's just the competitive spirit we talk about all year. We got to compete. And I thought our guys did a good job in the second half competing. We were one shot away from winning that thing and just keep battling.
Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. There you go. Coach David March, I'm Segundo. That's going to do it from the South Gym at Segundo High School. Until next time, good night.